Hi, welcome to our Homestead series. We hope this will be of enjoyment and informative. We don't know everything, we don't do everything perfect, but what we do know works for us. In these economic times, people have been talking about a back to the land movement or getting back to a more simple way of life. The transformation from the comforts of city dwelling and our modern way can be a little different going back to the homestead. I won't say complicated, but there are some things some people should know. So I hope you enjoy this series. Thank you for watching.
Okay, I was asked to do a video on our root cellar. Now, I think some people might have it confused. Some root cellars are actually outside of your house and they're buried in the ground. So some people might think that's the kind we have. We don't have that kind. When I say root cellar, I'm basically just talking about my basement. But this is actually used for that purpose. One thing, if you'll notice, I don't know if you can see or not, it has a dirt floor, and that actually helps rather than hinders it because it allows for more moisture. Now it's awful dark in here. I got to get a trouble light. I'm going to have to do a bit of cleaning up in here and stuff today to get ready to start storing our potatoes. And of course, one of the things I forgot is I had a bunch in there that were intended for some seed use there. And they sprouted, so I'm just going to take these upstairs and dump them in my compost pile, and then I'm going to start getting this room set up because we've got quite a few potatoes. I've got about 500 pounds already of reds, and that was my smallest garden. So yeah, I've got quite a few out there, all those whites. So we'll be a while doing this, and I'm just hoping I have enough feed bags. So that's the beginning. So I've got it lit up. Keep in mind, I've never actually used this part back here since I bought the place. There's still stuff from the last owner. Now, there is some canning there. My wife, I stored some canning on that shelf for her, so we'll probably clean that shelf up and get some more canning down here and that. But I anticipate all along this wall here, I'll be storing all the potatoes, and I'm going to stack them up. And I've got some wood and stuff here I'm going to set them on. So of course, if they sit right on the ground, they'll rot. So don't do that. Keep them up off the ground on some pallets or wood or whatever. And I've got them actually labeled this year, and I've tied them up, which is kind of nice. I caved in and brought my small freezer down here and got it plugged in. I cleaned it out. And I've got just a couple of things in there, but I'm going to get my wife to get some more in there because it runs all the time, of course, if it's empty. But yeah, I thought, even though it costs a lot of money to run these things with the electricity and that, it'll actually pay for itself with the food storage we'll get in there. So okay, so after I've done some slugging here, each bag weighs about 100 pounds, I'm guessing. I'm just stacking them like this, and of course those are my reds. I've got them marked this year, and we actually sorted them, and I've got these ones here are for our seed. I just wrote red seed on there. The only ones we're not going to sort this year are the blue or purple ones. I just put them all in one bag because there's not enough of them to really do that with. And then all along here, when I get this finished cleaned up here, this will be where all the whites are going to go, and they'll probably stack right up to the roof. And maybe 3 rows out. There's quite a few of them. Didn't get a lot of reds this year. We don't need a lot of them. So that's that. And I've also put our onions down here. And they did really well for us. Now, I would have thought they'd have got bigger for most gardens, but we usually don't do too well with onions. So that'll do us maybe half the year. It's hard to say. We weren't really sure this year what we should do. Next year we'll plant more. And I've got them done. I'll just turn my light off here. And then also, of course, this has a door on it, and we'll keep this closed when once I finally got this filled up or whatever. What I want to make sure everybody realizes with potatoes, they need dark, absolute dark, and cool if possible too. Not too cold or whatever, but yeah, like last year, anything we brought upstairs, it actually would sprout upstairs where it was heated with the wood stove, and down here they wouldn't. So keep that in mind with your potatoes and almost all root vegetables. So that's why we'll keep this door shut. It'll keep this section here cooler and more damp, and that should work out well. And then of course we'll have our freezer storage here, and someday I might actually make use of this. What's behind here is underneath our porch. There's a porch in the front of our house, and it's maybe I don't know, about 4 feet tall by about 20 feet long, 7 feet out, maybe 6 feet. But it gets really cold in there, so I'm not sure what we'll do with it, but maybe someday I'll make use of it. And we normally keep our canning down here too, but this shelf is kind of in the way of some other projects that I want to do, which I'll be probably making a new video series on. And we're going to make more dry storage. I'm going to build more shelves here for all of our canning and stuff. So basically in the basement is where everything will be. And well, you know, I've got other long-term plans for the basement, but whatever. It takes a lifetime. Okay, thanks for watching.